tore into the dash of the Diamond T today so that I could get the defroster hooked up. Ended up doing that. I had to pull out the dashboard here, lift it up, pull it back. The windows are hooked to it over here because they slide in and out. So I pulled that out. There's where the defroster is supposed to come out, but the tube was just disintegrated. So I replaced it, and it was downsized. So actually move this. Ended up putting a piece of PVC between it and the original elbow. And I've got to tape that up and put a clamp on the top, but that's pretty much knocked off, and then I can deal with the rest of it. So here's the original heater. Puts out a ton of heat. Had it rebuilt, changed to 12 volt. Just blasts the truck out, but nothing ever gets to the windshield. So solving that problem. And hopefully there's going to be enough room to move some stuff around, be able to get a glove box in here. I've got a Packard drawer that was a glove box that I might end up putting in it. So in the middle of working on it, then we've got the brakes torn apart. The back was just shot, everything. All the springs fell out on the ground. Oil looks milky, so we're replacing everything, including the drums. Same thing ends up coming up here to the front. It was more dust and rust than grease came out of the front, so I've got a lot of cleanup to do. Replace everything. I'm trying to find some upgraded discs, maybe drilled, slotted, who knows, but I'm gonna put top of the line on whatever I can put on it and get that back together. But I'm gonna take a few, they've got to match everything. Apparently in this year Dodge stuff, there's like 5 different serial numbers on things and different size everything, including the master cylinder and the brake cylinders, and everything is all different. Clear coat doesn't look too bad, the new one, after 4 years of running it around. So what the heck. So anyway, back to the Durant. I ended up having to try and get this top bar on above the windshield, and it just turned into a nightmare because the guy who rebuilt it did not have a clue what he was doing, and it didn't fit. It didn't fit here, it didn't fit here, it wasn't quite right there. So I remachined it, got the faithful old little table saw out, and did that. By the way, my hydraulic cylinder went to shit on me, and so instead of putting a hydraulic cylinder in my cherry picker, I put a doggone heavy-duty trailer jack on it with a crank. A couple of welds together, and she works wonderful. I lifted this big tub up, so you would think, and transmission didn't seem to be an issue. Back to that, I've got it fitted now. That holds this piece of metal, which ends up fitting in here, and then the visor goes under it. This piece tucks under the dash piece, and of course this piece of wood they didn't sand good enough to get it to snap on, so I've got to round that edge and bring it down a little bit because that won't fit on there. But here's where we're at on the roof chop, I guess you would call it. Don't know if I'm a woodworker or a metal worker, but it's coming out okay, and all the pieces seem to be here. Ended up cutting down this little added piece here we put in. Goes along, it fits along for then the visor comes out like this, but had to cut it down and fit, and it snaps on, and then all of these pieces fit inside, but I've got to cut every single one of those things down because they fit inside around here in the window frame. And so getting there, coming together, just kind of popping back and forth. Like it in here a whole lot better because there's warmth, but can't hardly get the Diamond T in here. She's out there in the cold. Anyway, like, subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day.